What's going on, Tar Heel Nation? I already know this one right here is a little different than normal. But hey, doesn't matter because North Carolina, those Tar Heels took care of those gold miners out of Charlotte yesterday. It was a good time to be there in person, see everything. Had a great time. There was so many fans there. I am very, very thankful and very proud of our fan base for showing up and showing out, man. It was awesome to see. Hopefully you guys do that continuing on. I'm going to try to be as many games as possible. Alan will be there with you guys next week. But, man, North Carolina took care of the Charlotte 49ers 38-20. Now, when we did our pregame and prediction, I said 45-3. And for a while, I thought we was going to be okay. Like, I thought, okay, maybe 40-something to 6. Okay, well, I'll take that. And then they were able to score some touchdowns on North Carolina. So many things to talk about in this game. But let's talk about Connor Harrell, man. That guy went out there and threw for 219 yards passing. And looked shaky to start the game, but kind of expected that considering, this is his first, game inside of Kenan Stadium. He's going to be excited. He's the starter now. It's not just a one-off with the bowl game. And, he has to worry about fighting for his job the rest of the year. No, this is his job. And he went out there shaky on the first drive, ended up having another fumble, which is something you don't want to see continuing going forward at all. But he did answer back and put on a pretty good show and started to show some of the things that he's going to be able to give us. So is this Connor Harrell who we should expect him to be? No, not yet. He's building on it. This is a good learning game for him, and this is a game that he was healthy all the way through, which is huge. You need to be healthy, and Connor was healthy in this game. Remember the bowl game, he did get hurt. I think it was 2 quarters, like about midway through the second quarter, he got hurt, and it was never the same again. So he was healthy, and he put on a show, 219 yards passing. Did have 1 interception, got bumped on the hit, but I still didn't like the throw. I thought, considering that I believe it was maybe Nate McCullum was kind of bracketed there. So he would have had to put that ball right in the money. Now, if he didn't get hit, maybe he puts that ball in the money. I don't know, but I personally didn't like that throw. But he could run a lot. I think he ran for 39 yards rushing. The rushing attack for North Carolina went absolutely crazy, man. Davion Goss with a 105-yard game. That guy is running back too if Darwin Barlow does not get himself healthy. I'm telling you that much now. And quite frankly, even though he is healthy, it might be his job. I think kind of that similar situation we saw to British and Amarian last year. British was your experienced guy, but you wanted Amarian to take that next step. Remember, Amarian Hampton wasn't Amarian Hampton of this year. So maybe we're seeing that same type of battle there at the RB2 position. Injuries left and right were crazy. You hated to see so many injuries happen, but from what we can tell, everybody's okay outside of the guys that came into the game hurt, which was Kamen Rucker, Malachi Hamrick, and I forgot the third one. There was one more, but everybody's okay. Aiden Banfield's okay. Austin Blaskey's okay. Bryson Nesbitt's going to be okay. Amarian Hampton, he was all right. He was actually right in front of me, kind of running around doing his thing. Same thing with Austin Blaskey. And I believe that's everybody so far. So everybody's all right so far from what it seems. Nobody's nicked up too bad. And nobody, even the guys that came in, like Kamen, are going to be out for the year. I know Kamen's probably the one that's going to be out the most. I think he said 2 to 3 weeks there. So maybe by that Duke game, he could finally get back. Maybe JMU, we'll see. But don't really know what happened there. I guess we'll find out as time goes. But Chip Lindsey's play calling, that was something that was a big question for me coming into this game, and that is something that I believe Chip Lindsey did a great job with. I thought he had a pretty good game plan for Connor, being able to get not only the run but the play action pass in there, and moving the pocket some for Connor at times, but giving Connor plenty of opportunities at the rock to be able to throw the football downfield, and I felt like he did a great job. Had a trick play there that completely baffled me. When it was happening, I'm like, what are they? They're getting ready to do a sweep, like a Pacer's getting ready to sweep across, and then all of a sudden he chucks it back to Connor Harrell, and I was late on the video for the vlog, so hopefully you guys get that video up probably by tomorrow. That'll be when that'll probably be happening, so tomorrow. But Yeah, when the kickback went to Connor and I looked downfield and Christian Hamilton's just standing there, I'm like, oh, okay. And Mac Brown was even kind of highlighting that, Connor was getting ready to get blown up by a DB. He really was, and he still stood right there, delivered the football. And you want him to lead him, obviously, but hey, whatever gets the ball downfield to the receiver, as long as he catches it, it's all I care about. So, stuff like that will be ironed out throughout the next coming weeks and everything else. So you feel really good. For me, you feel really good with Connor Harrell being there. That being his first real game, he got to play the full one. You saw his full potential. He got better as the game went on, in my opinion. And I think you're just going to see that more and more. Mac Brown talked about poise, him gaining that poise. And I think you're starting to see, Connor's poise is starting to build there. And that's something I don't think 2 weeks from now we'll have a question about, quite frankly. I think he's a guy that's commanding the offense. The offense, for the most part, was generally scoring just about on every single drive that they had. That's what you want. The defense, however, that's where questions are being arised. Now, they had 309 yards of passing, 175 by Max Brown, and then the true freshman, Max, got hurt. Don't know what happened yet. Right before halftime, and the backup came in and he threw for 134. Couple of those were some big chunk plays. There was some big chunk plays that happened. For the most part, I thought Carolina kept him in check. 49 yards rushing on the night. 79 or 75 last week, 49 this week. Keep that up, because you're forcing them to throw downfield. But the guy they picked on the most was Caleb Cost. They absolutely picked on him a lot, which was surprising to me, considering how fast he is. And he's been one of the fastest guys on the baseball team. Him and Vance Honeycutt would race all the time. One of them would win, and Vance is running fast, and he could go steal bases. And I was kind of surprised to see him getting beat downfield the way that he was. But I thought, for the most part, he was doing well. He made some good plays, man. Him and Amari Campbell were doing good. I highlight that one just because of the one where Max Brown tried to run out of the pocket on the left-hand side and just try to get around, but Amari Campbell was tracking him down, and then Max Brown lowered the shoulder trying to truck and hit stick Caleb Cost, and he just went straight to the ground. That being Max Brown, I thought that was hilarious. Myself, I'm like, you don't try and do stuff like that with Caleb. And then literally the next play, he gets beat downfield. So, now, I think he'll get better. He's just now getting started. He's really just now getting started. So give him some time. Give him a little bit of time to build it up. Now, if we're getting to the JMU game and it's still a problem, then we got issues. But I do think that this secondary is having to play differently because we are blitzing a lot. They are left on islands a lot of times. So there's going to be some times maybe in these early games where they're getting beat a hair. But if they're able to start closing that gap into where, these are 50-50 balls and whatnot, you like your chances a little bit better. So curious to see how Jeff Collins dials that up. I think he'll do a good job. And, yeah, man, I am looking forward to seeing what Carolina does going into the NC Central game next week. Defense, Javoy Ritzie is my kind of guy. And holy smokes, man, I can't wait to see what he does. And I'm sure he's going to be getting some more helmet stickers. And I'm really, really proud of that guy for what he's doing. And hopefully the team can get doing. I didn't think in the game while I was watching, now I didn't hear a broadcast or anything, so just like with my eye test, I didn't see so many rotations. I was also trying to record at the same time, but from looking at it, looks like they got a lot of guys in, which is good. I think they ran Davion Goss, Amarian Hampton, Connor Harrell got some rushing yards in there. Caleb Hood ran. Charleston French got to play some. That's 5 right there. And solid outing right there from that room outside of Connor, of course, even though he did rush for, I think, about 39 yards in this game. So I like where Carolina's sitting at. To wrap this whole thing up, I like where Carolina's sitting at. They got some things to clean up, but that's okay. I was listening to Jones and Adam, Jones Angel and Adam right after the game on when I was getting ready to hop back on I-40 to start heading home on radio, and I think they said it best. This is a team that might look ugly right now, but is going to continue to get better throughout the season. You feel like this is a team that's definitely going to get better throughout the season. Connor Harrell lost a star running back, lost 3 of his offensive linemen. Still played great. Or really good, if you want to be critical. I think he played really good. So you like that. You like that a lot, and I'm a big fan of it. I know I didn't get Hallen to get on with me. I did a quick post game. I just wanted to get you guys a post game. I really wanted to do that. We'll be more back on the normal side next week, that is for sure. But me and Alan are still going to do our helmet stickers. I'm not going to tell you who my helmet stickers are going to, but me and Alan are going to make our own separate vid for the helmet stickers. Maybe do it tonight and upload it tomorrow. But let me know what you guys think about this Charlotte game down in the comments below. How do you feel going to the NC Central game? Can't wait to start covering NC Central. That's a fun team. I have actually been really enjoying doing my research on them, and this is going to be a fun one. I have a feeling, and we got a guy coming on that covers HBCUs. Can't wait to see how that goes. But anyway, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here, and as always, go Heels.